Hey everybody, it's your girl, Charlotte Van Horn, Black Expats in Panama, walking and talking with you, baby. Ay, ay, ay. This is the first day this week that I've been able to get out here and walk because it has been raining every morning. And I mean, literally, there was a couple mornings when as soon as I stepped outside, it started raining. And you know, I got to keep all this fabulousness in shape. You understand? And you know, I'm getting older, and I gotta watch out for myself. But I just want to hop on here real quick. You know, we had a B2B network meetup on July 10th. Our next one is July 8th, and our next one you don't want to miss either. If you've been noticing, you know, that you're getting more of these DGI invoices, we need to understand what that's about, okay? Particularly as employers, but also as individuals living here, to understand when these things are necessary. DGI is, it's like the digital reporting system, invoice reporting system of Panama. And this is why I bring experts in to talk to y'all. Don't listen to me, honey child, because I get it all messed up. And I'm just learning too. So the more things I learn, the more things I want to teach you. For example, if you are a business and you have a DGI account, where you are producing these digital invoices, you get to have a free account up to a certain number or up to a certain amount of money that you process. Then after that, you have to buy an account. So of course, that's what we learned this year. We were trying to, create an invoice, and it kept saying no, no, no. And so we had to invest in a service for that, okay? So just so you know, if you've been using it, you're going to probably get cut off at some point when you pass like 36,000 or something like that. Again, don't get me to lying. My experience is my experience. Could be very unique and different from others, but that is why we bring vetted and only vetted professionals in to talk to you. And so we are going to have this talk, and I'll let you know who's going to be giving it shortly, but that's what we're going to do. While we were at our B2B talking about property rentals and tenant rights, okay, a lot of different things came out that, you know, expats are experiencing here in Panama because, you know, for those of you who come to Panama and just say, I'm going to figure it out, I can almost guarantee you're paying more than you need to, either in time or in money or in stress and frustration. You know, not to say that we're not extraordinarily intelligent, but we're extraordinarily intelligent, maybe, in the things that we are extraordinarily intelligent in. This ain't the U.S. This is Panama. And sometimes you can come and you can feel very comfortable, especially with, you know, so many expats around, and, you know, just the overall landscape of Panama is very comfortable because it doesn't, you'll be in an area and people say, this gives me Miami, this gives me New Jersey, this gives me, you know, North Carolina. You know, you can be in places and feel different things that make you feel at home. But do not be deceived, this is Panama. And the rules and regulations here are specific to Panama. Some of them may coincide with those rules and regulations that we're familiar with in the States, but some of them don't. For those of you who come and choose not to, employ professionals, I think that you take a big risk. For example, I didn't know, I've never rented any unit here or anything like that. And so what I learned the other night at the B2B is that, realtors carry, I saw the realtor's license for the first time. So if you look back on the quick reel that we did after the B2B, the two realtors, Jose and Santana, they flashed their blue cards at one point. That is their realtor's license. If you are dealing with anyone who is purporting to be a realtor, make sure that you verify they have the proper credentials. Okay? Make sure that you verify they have the proper credentials. And that is one thing that came out that I think was super important. But anyway, Panama Equity did a great job. Panama Equity is my people, as you know. If you have any questions for them, if you'd like to learn more about what's available here as far as rentals and development and existing properties and property management, send them an email at beip@panamaequity.com, and they will help you and assist you in any way. In addition to that, we had Miss Juliet. Juliet was with us, and Juliet is a lawyer at Prime Solutions Tax and Legal. Another one of our vetted professionals have been with us. Prime Solutions has been with us and grown with us for 5 years. And she was talking a little bit deeper into tenant rights and how to manage disputes, what entities or organizations you can go to in Panama City for help when it comes to these housing issues and everything. And when I tell you, the 30-something people that came that night, thank you for coming, because guess what? To receive that kind of information and pretty much consultation for free was a huge benefit, absolute benefit. And as far as Black expats in Panama go, that is definitely what we want to do. We want to provide benefit and value. Disculpe. We want to provide benefit and value. So, that was that. Guess what? Tonight, what? Said a house is not a house, and a house is not a home. Baby, yes, Luther is coming. Luther is coming. Matter of fact, y'all, Luther is here. You know what they say, Luther. Luther, is it the big Luther, the little Luther? It's the relive Luther. Okay, and they are here. I am so sorry for the people who did not get a chance to get get a chance to get tickets for the show tonight. It's sold out. Woo! But they added a second show. So if you want to go to the same link. You can go to our website, blackexpatsinpanama.net, and buy your ticket for the 13th, okay, which is going to be tomorrow. And I don't know about y'all, but you know something? The first show, a lot of times, is always like the bomb diggity. But baby, y'all know, usually that second show got a little bit more fire. You know what I'm saying? It's like the performers are a little bit more comfortable in with the peoples, and they can really let loose. So if you didn't make the June 12th, don't feel bad. Just go ahead and book in for tomorrow night. Get it today. Get your ticket today. Okay, let me cross the street real fast. I'll be right back. All right. So there's that. So you definitely want to get your ticket for tonight. You can get your ticket started at $60, and it includes a welcome drink. And for those that are you coming tonight, do plan on staying for a little bit, because I think it's going to be an after party. So that'll be nice. So if you can stay a little bit longer, just plan on staying a little bit longer. There will not be another emotion show after this concert. So you'll be able to do that. So in other news, next Wednesday, Welcome Wednesday, we are acknowledging Juneteenth in the house. So come on out to Emotions at 6:00 p.m. on Wednesday, June 17th. RSVP, please, so we have an idea as to how many people are coming. Have your little welcome drinks prepared and everything like that. You can RSVP to reservations at blackexpatsinpanama.net. Yes, we are going to be acknowledging Juneteenth, and we're going to have on our Juneteenth colors, or ethnic, if you would like. He scared me. He just picked up that speed like that. I was like, shit. Okay. All right. I don't know him like that. Witchu. But anyway. Yeah, so we're going to be doing that on next Wednesday at Emotions. Our final event for the month is Cafe and Conversation. And you definitely want to reserve for your Cafe and Conversation, which is going to be June 28th at 11:30 a.m. You know, we've been trying different places. Well, we're going to give Buffalo Wild Wings, or B-Dubs, out in Marbella. We're going to give them a chance. Yes, we have a private room set aside for us, and we have a special guest. So for those of you who have been coming for, I think, almost 4 years, honestly, I think we started Cafe and Conversation and Beat B2B in 2022. Listen, talk about stick-to-itiveness. And the thing about it is, those events are completely free to you. All we ask is that you support the venue, and please don't bring your own shit. Okay. All I ask is that you support the venue. But baby, we are going to have a real Spanish school, a local Spanish school is going to be with us on, I think it's APY. I forget things. I forget names of things. But I'll put it down. Y'all will know what is that. Woo! Anyway, so they're going to be with us, and I'm going to post this picture. Jose, I think his name is Jose, the owner, showed me a picture, baby, of the chicken and waffles that he is preparing for us, okay? So if you want to experience some chicken and waffles that you haven't had lately, that will be there as well. So it is a limited space is available, so make sure you reserve. Reservations at blackexpatsinpanama.net, and put what you're reserving for. Because basically, all the reservations go to the same email address, and so sometimes when there's a lot of things happening, we have to try to figure out who's doing what. So put Cafe and Conversation reservation, or Welcome Wednesday, or Beat B2B in the rate line. That'll help us, okay? All right, so what else besides that? I know. Okay, so something else very important. Black Expats in Panama Beat Tours. Our tours here, our cultural relocation tour here in Panama City, is about to celebrate a major milestone. You know, this year, May, marks our 5th year in business. Or not our 5th year in business, but our 5th year touring, okay? And on July 1st, the tour that's coming in is Beat Tour number 50. So we wanted to do some special little things for Beat Tour number 50. Didn't really have a lot of time and, to plan anything big. But then, You know something? I'm going to tell you something. Listen to me when I tell you this. My black expats in Panama here, the ones that love me, the ones that love what BEIP represents and does, do not play about me. Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? Listen, a few of them got together, they say, what? Charlotte get ready to celebrate 50 tours? That is too big. We got to do something. Oh my God, talk about encouraging my heart. Oh man, I was just like, okay, let's do it. So they have advised me that I need to be willing to get out the way and let them do some things. And so I'm willing to do that. However, what I did do was establish the time and the place that we will celebrate this very special 50th tour. That time and that place is going to be July 4th, Independence Day for us, okay? And it's going to be at Torres de Alba. It's going to take place during our traditional farewell dinner. To offset the cost, I sent out a link where you could buy a ticket. It's going to be dinner, wine, beer, maybe some other surprises. I don't want to, you know what I mean, give everything away or get y'all hopes up too high on shit. But anyway, you definitely going to have some good dinner. You're going to have some drinks. You're going to have some música. You're going to have some entertainment. You're going to have some fun. You're going to have some fellowship, honey, because that's what we do. You understand? So the dinner is at 7 on July 4th. But here's the thing, okay? So what had happened was I went ahead and put out the ticket to people that have been on our tours first, because this is big and I want them to come back and I want them to have many reunions with the people they were on tour with. I want them to, say some things about how life has changed for them since their tour, what number was that tour, and, just to kind of mix it up. But I wanted to honor the people who have invested in the tour first. So I put the link out to just them first for like the first day. And baby, they just about damn near bought all of them, okay? So I actually added 10 more and put it out publicly. I don't think I published it. I don't know if I published it so that it comes up on my website. I don't know if we did that yet. But in any event, I'm going to tell you the truth. It is just about sold out completely, okay? So I want to say that last time I checked, we only had 4 tickets left. And quite frankly, just logistically and everything, I'm not sure that I can add any more, because I know how y'all get. But listen, let me go on across the street real fast. Witchu! Lord have mercy, these streets done got busy. If y'all don't know Brisa de Golf Norte, Paseo Norte, they're calling it these days, man, it has really changed. Let me just turn it around, let you see this little circle. This is what I've been working with, trying to cross. And see, right now, it's actually kind of quiet because rush hour is over. But you know what? Growth is good. I'm just praying that they keep up, because that circle there is like, they don't put too much stuff out here now for the circle to really work the way it used to. I think they need a light, but we will see. That's one that's off the subject a little bit, but it's kind of one of the things that I miss about not being in the U.S., because if there was something that I felt like was a safety issue that definitely, affected me and, my family, I have a voice. I can speak in my neighborhood. We have a homeowners association and everything. But it's like I have a voice, but I don't have a voice. I have a right to a voice, but because I am not articulate in Spanish, I can't be as involved as I want to be. So that's why, I give myself grace, but I'm never going to stop trying to get better and better at Spanish. And I can see me getting better. It's little by little, but I'm getting better all the time. And it's very important, because our voice, we need to be able to lift our voice. But anyway, Lord Jesus, y'all, I done forgot what I was saying. But anywho, definitely want to encourage you today. Buy black. Just try it. Particularly those of you in the United States. I released a resurfaced video that I had done back in 2016. And it was about this thing I was doing where every Friday I would just buy black. Just buy black. I would post about buying black. I would encourage others to buy black. And to tell you the truth, honey, y'all really wasn't that interested. Okay? So I think I probably did it for about maybe 2 years. Maybe. And then I just got busy doing other things, and I just stopped doing it as much. Although I promote good black business all the time. And I like good black business that knows about reciprocity too. Somebody need to teach somebody. I'm not saying who. I'm not calling no names, but if it's you, it's you. Somebody need to teach you about reciprocity. Don't nobody owe you shit. Why do people do that? Why do people think that just because I'm black, just because I'm in business, just because I have a few connections, that I'm supposed to hook you up? Really? Do you know how long black expats in Panama have been around? Do you know the first meetup, the first ever black expats meetup in Panama City was? Do you know? November of 2019. And I'm still here. I'm celebrating 50 tours, okay? 5 years in business, expansion to other countries, hiring Panamanians, making a difference in other people's lives. Do you think that all of that came with no sweat? Really, honestly, do you think that I didn't have to invest in that 24/7? Do you think I didn't have to, get rid of jokers that didn't mean me no good? Do you think that it's not a daily thing where people are coming for me and I don't even know them? In the sense that they want something that I have. And it's not that I have a problem sharing. Not at all. In this 2016 video, if you didn't know me, I've been about this for a very long time. But at the end of the day, I don't owe you shit. And if you have never, ever come to a Black Expats in Panama event or done anything to benefit the Black Expats community that have been around longer than anybody else, that have been doing stuff since 2019 out here in these Panama streets, don't ask me for shit. Okay, show yourself friendly. That's what the Bible says. I don't know if it was the Bible or my mom or somebody said it. Okay, carry on. So, with that said, consider, bringing your kids into this. Trying to focus on spending with black communities and black businesses on Friday. Just start with Friday. And then somebody said, well, we need to do it every day. Well, damn right we need to do it every day. However, we are not. And in some cases, let's just be real. We can't. Where's your black-owned dry cleaner? Where's the black-owned dry cleaner that you finna go to in your neighborhood? Where's the black-owned grocery store? Where's the black-owned gas station? Where you going? How you eating? What we doing? No, we better start somewhere. You got me? We better start somewhere. And I definitely say, you got people out here in these streets that's daring us not to spend our money with them. Baby, if there was never a time like the right time, it's the time. It's time. So, that. So definitely want to do that. And I'm going to keep on talking about it because I think it's important. Mojo. But here's the last thing. The last thing is, I'm about to go in here in this store. I'm so glad I got to walk today. It's been raining every day. But they say it's going to be hot as hell today, so I need to go and get back and get ready for tonight. I might have a few jokes for y'all. But the other thing that I want to talk about is there's been a lot of conversation and actually concern of people that live abroad. People that live abroad are overwhelmingly seeing people that live in the States as seemingly not as concerned or proactive about saving, any form of democracy in Panama and in the U.S. And the way I see that is, there's two sides of that. First of all, for us who don't live in the United States, don't get so cocky, okay? Because that is still our home. That's your passport. You understand? You might have a residence. I have a residence here in Panama, but I'm a U.S. citizen, and I care very much about what happens to my country and my people there. However, when you're distant, when you don't have to be like right in that environment, because it's not just the headlines. When you're in a place, you also take on the environment, the vibe. The vibe here in Panama is so much more relaxed and happy and peaceful than what's happening in the United States. But I feel like when, say for example, my sisters can relate to this. So you got this big event coming up and you're like, I want me some tail lines. I want me some really long nails with the diamonds on them, and I want these certain colors. I want my nails to be pop, 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 right? Baby, you go put them nails on. You go put them tail lines on, and then try to go to the restroom effectively. And you be like, damn, I can't even wipe myself. You're debilitated because you're constantly aware that something has changed on your hands. Now look here. Other case scenario, your nails grow out that long. Have you ever seen the sisters with the nails that wrap around? There used to be this bartender. Her nails were so long. She had the longest nails. Her nails was damn near long as some people's fingers. But when I tell you that thing was a bartender, and a damn good bartender, and I would just watch her in amazement work with them nails. And that's because as those nails was growing out like that, she was having time to adjust to make these minor adjustments in her environment to work with them. That's what I think is happening in the U.S. and with our brothers and sisters living in the U.S. It's like, after a while, it's like every day, it's all day. You start getting a little bit desensitized to it. I think that we start just be like, same shit, different day, or something like that. And maybe that's it. So I just pray that nobody lives and moves in fear, but that everybody pays attention and do some of the things that we can do to make it better for ourselves and in our countries. That's what I think about that. Praying for everybody, and for those of us in other countries, you ain't safe. Don't be deceived. Anything can happen anywhere. We are living in a very volatile society. With that said, at least have your options. When you come to Panama or you go to another tour or place, first of all, stop just visiting to visit. Visit places strategically. Like, is this maybe a place I could consider living? And then when you go to have fun, make sure you find out some logistical things about living there, the black culture, and the history of the place. So take advantage of that time for vacation. You don't have to go on a relocation tour, but just keep your mind open, because just like every day we're saying, I cannot believe this. Can you believe this? Did you see that? Oh my God, when is this going to stop? Every day we're saying stuff like this. I cannot believe that this is America. And I'm just wondering if these are the same things that they were saying before the Holocaust. My thing is this: make those plans. Make those plans. Make that plan B for yourself, baby. You don't have to move to Panama. But what I will tell you is that the path to residency in Panama is pretty straightforward. We can help you with that. It's pretty straightforward. And you only have to be here every 2 years. So it's not like you could get your residency and you got to move, you got to find an apartment, all that. No, take it one step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. We get ready to start talking about some things that help you prepare mentally and financially, for the things that you might need to consider when you're making a move, not only to Panama, but to anywhere. So, y'all, I done talked. I guess it's just been a while. But I will tell you this, and I ain't even touched the surface about my Brazil trip. Lord have mercy. Hey, did y'all see Sage? Yes, our new little intern from Howard University. He actually lives here in Panama, and Panamanian. So Sage is going to help me with some little reels and stuff, but I really need to dig into Brazil. I need for y'all to understand what happened there, because it was amazing. And then also our Ghana tour. Our Ghana tour is April 2027. And at this point, you need to catch up with some of the payments. But you don't want to miss Ghana, y'all. You really don't. And I don't know after the 2027 tour when I'll be doing it again. So this will be our third time to Ghana in less than 2 years. And like I said, I don't know if I'll be doing that again. We also have Curacao coming. Curacao is coming together. Y'all just stay tuned. Mark your calendars. I think the dates are going to be, November 1st through November 5th or 6th. So take out that first week in November. Take it out right now, because we finna do something in Curacao, and it's going to be amazing. Our South African tour, whoa, that tour did really well. We are leaving on November 7th and returning on November 15th. And for those of you who booked, please get your tickets. Please get your airline tickets. I just got mine last night. Go ahead and get those, okay? Because especially if you go business class, because everything is kind of dwindling away. But also, if you're going to do this South African tour in November of 2026, best case scenario is that you book by, I think it's July 30th. Because we will be shutting the tour down because of all of the logistics involved in moving the people around. We have in-country flights. We're moving from one hotel to another. So it's a lot of logistics involved, because we'll be in Johannesburg, we'll be in Cape Town. And so you don't want to wait to the last minute to try to book that tour, because it may shut down at any time. So that's that. Of course, we have one slot left on our Medellin tour in August 10th through the 15th. We have one slot left. And Stephanie Perry is coming with us. I don't know if you knew that or not, but I'm like so psyched, because I love Stephanie, but I've never actually met her other than like doing interviews and stuff. I've never met her in person. So I'm just so excited to be able to spend some time with her. Maybe I could get her to do a little something while we're in Medellin, but I'm excited. One spot left for that. And you can find all of this on my website at blackexpatsinpanama.net. But you definitely want to hop on Ghana. You want to stay tuned for Curacao. You got Colombia, and you got that 4 spaces left. Matter of fact, to tell you the truth, I just saw a pop down. Somebody just bought a couple of them spaces for the dinner. So anyway, but listen, I'm going to let y'all go because this been a long one. Y'all might have to watch it and come back and everything like that. But I don't get to do it a lot no more. But I do want to say, and when I say this, please know that it's for real. I love you, I love you, I love you. And there is nothing that you can do about it. All of the success that Black expats in Panama has had is because of you. You. Thank you. Thank you. Even if it was you who didn't come on a tour, but worked with my professionals, my realtors, my lawyers, that helps me. That helps our business. Oh yes, we definitely benefit when you work with our professionals. I'm a company baby, and we should. So, I don't have to be out here pretending I ain't working and I ain't getting paid, because I'm working hard for this money. You understand the words that's coming out of my face? And I'm accountable to everybody who I refer you to. Every single body that you meet through me, I'm accountable for their behavior towards you. If they don't act right, if you're not getting the service that you think you deserve, you need to holler at your girl, because we can, and as you have seen, we will make switches when possible, because ain't none of that as important as you. Okay? Bottom line. All right. Anyway, see y'all tonight.